Imagine Alex. Alex just finished a 4-week online course on stock market trading. Armed with his new vocabulary, bullish, shorting, ETFs, he felt ready to conquer Wall Street. He skipped the simulation, invested his entire savings into a volatile tech stock, and told all his friends he'd found the secret formula. He wasn't arrogant. He was simply confident. 1 month later, the stock plunged and Alex was broke. His failure wasn't due to bad luck. It was due to a hidden cognitive bias that traps nearly everyone. This isn't a video about telling you you're not smart. It's about explaining why the least skilled people are often the most confident, and why true genius often whispers with doubt. If you've ever confidently claimed to be an expert in something after just a week of research, you've been on the curve. This is the science of intellectual stagnation and how to start the journey to true mastery.
The Dunning-Kruger Effect is a cognitive bias where people with low confidence in a particular skill or field overestimate their ability. The core reason is a simple yet profound paradox. The lack of skill needed to produce correct answers is the same lack of skill that prevents one from recognizing what a correct answer even looks like. Think of it as a mountain climb. Newcomers quickly ascend to the first peak, what psychologists call the peak of Mount Stupid. They learn the basics, feel great, and mistakenly conclude they know everything. They have just enough knowledge to see the boundaries of the field, but not enough to grasp the vastness within. On the flip side, truly skilled people often fall into the valley of despair. The deeper they go, the more they realize how much they don't know. Their self-assessment plummets. They become keenly aware of their own limitations, a quality known as intellectual humility, and mistakenly assume everyone else knows as much as they do. The goal isn't to be arrogant. It's to climb back out of the valley of despair and reach the plateau of sustainability. To do that, you need 3 deliberate steps.
Step 1. Cultivating intellectual humility. This is the foundational mindset shift. Stop viewing every interaction as a chance to prove you're right and start seeing it as an opportunity to be educated. Intellectual humility is not a weakness, it is a superpower. It's the admission that your current understanding is provisional and incomplete. When speaking with an expert, don't formulate your rebuttal. Instead, actively search for the one piece of information you don't know. The moment you switch from "I know" to "I am curious," you step off the path to Mount Stupid and onto the long, rewarding road of learning.
Step 2. The power of metacognition. This is the ultimate tool for self-assessment. Metacognition simply means thinking about your thinking. It is the skill of knowing what you don't know. Here is a practical exercise. Before taking any action or making any claim, pause and perform a predictive assessment. Ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how certain am I that I will succeed, and based on what evidence? The power lies in the gap between your initial prediction and the final result. If the gap is consistently large, your metacognition is weak, and you need to slow down and research the process of the skill, not just the content. By calibrating your prediction, you are literally teaching your brain to judge competence accurately.
Step 3. Seek radical feedback. To truly escape the bias, you cannot rely solely on internal assessment. You need external, honest data. The trap is that we only seek feedback from people who will reinforce our confidence, our friends, our family. To grow, You must actively seek out people who operate on the plateau of sustainability, those who are more skilled than you, and ask them to point out your biggest flaws. Join groups where the general competence level is higher than yours. Be comfortable being the least knowledgeable person in the room. That is the signal that you are in the right room. True experts don't sugarcoat. They provide the clear, often brutal input needed to bridge the gap between where you think you are and where you actually are. The Dunning-Kruger Effect is not a life sentence. It is simply a stage. By cultivating humility, strengthening your metacognition, and seeking radical feedback, you trade the temporary comfort of Mount Stupid for the lasting power of continuous growth. The path to true mastery is long, but it starts the moment you courageously admit, "I don't know." What is one thing you used to be overly confident about? Share your Dunning-Kruger story in the comments below. And if you're committed to escaping intellectual stagnation, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of success.